What's up, good people? It's your boy Leroy McKenzie Jr. I know y'all thought I forgot about it. Y'all know I thought I forgot about it, but I haven't. But it's day five of the 8 principles of a MVP brand in business. And today we're going to talk about the last two principles: Principle 7, which is character, and Principle 8, which is discipline. Having character and discipline are two important factors when it comes to having an MVP brand and an MVP business, because people want to know that you have character, that you operate in character, and two, that you operate with discipline. You must operate with discipline if you're going to be successful. So let's start off with principle 7, which is character. And character is nothing more than who you are when no one else is around. Can you or do you operate with honesty? Do you operate with integrity? Do you operate with a sense of making sure that you don't take advantage of people? Do you make sure that instead of it just being a win-lose situation to your advantage, that you make sure that it's a win-win situation for you, and whether it's your client, a win-win, whether it's you and a business partner, a win-win for you and someone that you may collaborate with. You want to make sure that it's a win-win situation, and not a situation where you're taking advantage of people, because you do have people who don't operate with character. They operate with, hey, it's all about me. I'm out here to make sure that I get paid, and that's all that matters. I was watching a video today with Erica Campbell, and she was doing an interview, and she was talking about, of course, the music and entertainment industry, and she was talking about artists and their deals and record deals and everything like that. And I was like, wow, she's really letting artists know that you gotta be knowledgeable. You have to do your homework. You have to know the industry. You have to know what it is that you want, so that when you go to the table, you're able to operate from an advantage point of not being taken advantage of. And you have to understand that um, the person that has the most knowledge is the one that walks away from the table with the best deal, because you have an understanding of what it's going to take to make a deal. And this has to do with not just being a musical artist, this has to do with being an entrepreneur, period. Where you can make sure that you operate with that in mind, and you understand that, hey, this business deal that we're putting together, it's an advantage for both of us. So you have to operate, when you operate with character, when you operate with that some sense of honesty and integrity, the your clients recognize it. Your clients will respect you and see that you do that, and at the same time, they will then in turn, I believe, refer you to other people, because they will say, hey, this is somebody that you can trust. This is somebody that is not going to try and steal the rug from under your feet or something like that. So you always want to make sure that you operate with integrity or in integrity. So that's what you do when it comes with character. Um, Principle number 8: discipline. Discipline. Um, when you have discipline as an entrepreneur, it helps you to be able to develop um, a system of doing things. When you have a certain discipline, when you operate with discipline, you actually form a lifestyle. You form habits, things that you do routinely, things that you do without even having to think about them. And when I think about discipline, I actually think about Michael Jordan, and I think of Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, even more so than Michael Jordan, was so disciplined. Michael Jordan was too, don't get me wrong, but listening to Kobe Bryant in some of the interviews that he did after, of course, after he was out of basketball and everything, but he talked about his discipline that he had, his focus that he had, wanting to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And he operated like that. He operated with that much discipline where he knew he had to do certain things in order to be able to be great. So what did he do? He had the discipline of being up in the gym by 4. That takes discipline to get up and be at the gym by 4. That's not saying getting up at 4. That's being at the gym at 4, working out from 4 to 6. He said working out from, I think it was like 4 to 6, and then from 6 to 8, something like that. He was coming home, rest, and then go back to the gym from like 8 to 10, something like that. It was a crazy, mad crazy um, routine schedule that he had, but he had the discipline to do it because he wanted to be great. I listened to Eric Thomas, and I don't know if a lot of you may be familiar with him, the hip hop preacher, the motivational speaker, number one motivational speaker out here. But he talked about his discipline, have being up 3, 4 o'clock every morning and making sure that he puts out a motivational video every single day, and especially when he was really on his grind and he was coming up that his Thank God It's Monday, making sure that it was out every single Monday. You knew that was out, doing what he did as a routine to be able to get him where he wanted to be, and even now still doing that. And as an entrepreneur, an aspiring entrepreneur, you want to make sure that you surround yourself with people that have discipline. If you're going to be a successful brand, if you're going to be a successful business, you have to develop that characteristic, discipline. And with it being number 8, it's certainly one of the ones that you definitely want to make sure that you actually that you work on consistently. Having discipline will get you so much further as a brand, as a business, as an individual, because the things your habits that you form become your lifestyle, and your lifestyle gives you what you need as far as discipline when you want to achieve greatness, when you want to achieve great things in your business, and even in your on the personal side of your but I promise you, any wealthy person has that characteristic, has that principle within them, that principle of discipline, because they operate in such a way that they begin to do things that not everybody else does. That's what makes them different. Discipline is definitely a factor in you becoming who it is that you want to become, being who it is that you want to be. So you want to develop the principle of discipline, because I promise you, the more disciplined you are, the more influential you'll be, the higher your influence will become, and you'll begin to um, not want to be in the same place that you are, because I promise you, um, if you practice discipline, you will not be in the same place by the end of 2021 that you are right now at the beginning of 2021. I promise you. So you definitely want to make sure that you have discipline, and that you keep yourself in that mindset, the mindset of discipline. So that's my tip for today. Those two, the principle of seven, principle number 7 is character, and principle number 8 is discipline. This has been part 5. This is part 5 of the 4-part 8 principles of MVP brand and business. It's your boy Leroy McKenzie Jr. As I always say, 2021. We're in 2021. Leave the familiar. Elevate your influence. We're about elevating our influence in 2021. We'll talk to y'all soon.